Welcome to the Ball to Well podcast, the show for people who can't stop talking about pickleball or listening to Taylor Swift. I'm Chelsea, fiercely competitive, loves an Alabama backhand, and still hasn't emotionally recovered from All Too Well 10-minute version.
And I'm Leah, your typical millennial who loves mid-game commentary. I double as a hap girl, and I really treat Match Point like it's the bridge from Cruel Summer. We're best friends who think that pickleball is part sport, part friendship bracelet exchange, and we have the kind of energy that keeps you coming back for just one more game.
So clean your paddle face, get into ready position, and let's ball too well. Welcome to episode 4! Yay! As you can see, the recording studio looks a little bit different today.
Just a little.
And that's because we're celebrating Taylor's engagement! Okay, wait. Okay, production.
Listen, they said
incredible.
Good job, boys.
We're so proud of you. That was
Good job.
terrifying.
I'm terrified.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
So,
it's okay, though.
Tay-Tay and Trav.
I'm so happy.
Incredible. The best news I've gotten in a minute.
Okay, can we, I know it was great news, but can we just acknowledge the fact that you were literally in the OR?
Okay. I heard the news late, and that's because for part of my job, I have to be in the operating room and don't have my phone. There's really no way to get a hold of me.
I can't, I was like, everybody was texting me. I had just left work for an outside appointment. And when I tell you that one of my new hires, Alyssa, hey girl, texted me in all caps. I had just left the office.
Yeah.
And she was like, Leah, in all caps. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. And I was like, what? I thought
What
something went
happened?
wrong at work.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. And then it was just a picture of the engagement. And I was like, this has to be a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But Alyssa is one of the real ones. So
She wouldn't be sharing stuff.
No.
If it wasn't legit.
She's on it. So I immediately went to Instagram. I'm FaceTiming Cassidy. I'm FaceTiming Jenny. My phone is blowing up.
Yeah.
And all I kept telling Cassidy was, Chelsea doesn't know.
I don't know. I'm just doing my job. Completely
Literally.
unaware.
Like,
Completely
take
unaware.
me down to the hospital. Put me in what I assume from watching way too many seasons of House is like a viewing room, and let me just put a piece of paper that says Taylor's engaged.
You could just hold up like a "you okay?"
Yeah.
Like Taylor.
Yeah. Period. It bothered me all day that you didn't know.
I know. I found out like 4.5 hours late. I got out of the OR, checked my phone in between cases, and had like several group texts that were blowing up. I had several missed calls. I thought someone had died. Didn't know what was happening. And then when I realized, I was like, oh, this is the best news.
Our girl got engaged.
And then I had no one to tell except for the team that I was working with, and no one really cared. So it's fine. I got to celebrate after.
The way that I was like jumping up and down, and I went to pickleball later that day, and I was like telling Jeff, I was like, Jeff, everybody. I was like, Jeff, Ashley, Luke at the front, someone acknowledge.
Yep.
And literally Max, one of the owners of Third Shot, like walks across the entire space, and he like puts on Taylor Swift on like the overhead radio for me, and he was like, did you hear? And Ashley looked at him, and she was like, what do you think? And I was like, Max, listen, we are celebrating.
We've been knowing.
We are celebrating.
Yeah.
Ashley almost made me take my watch off. She was like, it's distracting me. And I'm like, I'm sorry that whenever people think about Taylor Swift, they think about us. Mm-hmm. The amount of group chats you and I were in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Chelsea doesn't know.
Don't know. But
really
I found out. And then it was like, and now you expect us to work the rest of the day. Like none of this happened.
Oh, no. I mean, as a people manager of 40 plus people, if I had had the authority, I would have told all of them, let's just call it for the day.
Yeah.
Didn't have that authority. I may have had a little Zoom meeting of just celebratory yays. So maybe. So you clearly were in the OR.
Uh-huh.
I was like, an Amber Alert needs to go off.
For real.
Someone
I need to
needs
start
to
just
alert
carrying
Chelsea.
a pager with me or something where I'll get a little I'll know that something happened.
Yeah, that needs to happen. Can we talk about the Instagram post?
We can.
Whenever I read the caption of your English teacher
And your gym teacher.
and your gym,
So cute.
I just got chills in this hot ass blue crew. Yeah, no. Oh, and Kayla literally sent both of us a snap and was like, I just happened to put on this Taylor Swift shirt
I was just
today.
wearing a Taylor shirt. Didn't know.
Didn't
and
know.
you?
I did the same thing. I literally got up that morning and I was like, oh, it's a little chilly. And Cass is like, do you want your blue crew? And I was like, first blue crew of the season.
It
Let's
seems like
do
a
it.
good day
Seems
for
like
that.
a good day for my blue crew.
The Swifties knew.
I
They
was in
just knew.
tears. People thought something was wrong with me.
Well,
It's fine.
it's fine.
But no, the Instagram post was perfection.
So
I also
cute.
love that it came from her and not like Taylor Nation.
Yes.
You know what I
Agreed.
mean?
Agreed.
And can we talk about how her Insta handle is just Taylor Swift and his is like Killa Trav?
Killa Trav. I was talking to Ethan about that. I was like, these beautiful photos, like all this stuff, like what an amazing little post, and then tagged Killa Trav. But like, whatever, that's him, and she loves him.
I love that for both of them.
Yes.
I love the energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cute.
I love that he matches her energy in ways that, I mean, we don't know, I guess, if any of her exes matched her energy in that way because we weren't really allowed in.
Right.
And I love that with both of them, we're allowed in. And I don't know if that was a Taylor decision or, not, or just a joint decision, but I love that we're like a part of it. And the fact that it was announced, part of me thought like they're just going to get married one day and we're going to find out later. I really thought that was a possibility.
Yeah, no same.
But like we know about the engagement and can just like enjoy this time with them. I think it's so cool.
I love the TikTok trend of all of the 2026 brides
Oh my
that
gosh.
are just like laying on the floor with like their Taylor Swift stuff. And it's like, imagine being engaged at the same time as Taylor Swift. I love that.
And they're
going to
have like the life of a showgirl, which there's going to be some incredible love songs on there that they're going to have at
the
their wedding.
bops are going to be hard.
It's going to be so good.
So good. I'm very excited. Also, he recreated the Lover Garden.
So precious, so thoughtful.
And use like local businesses. That's what I love about all of this. I mean, people could be lying on the internet, who knows?
Sure.
But I feel like that's a pretty big flex.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I did that. And then someone be like, no, you didn't. I
you
did
didn't.
That. I love it. I just feel like it's very genuine and really made it about her and what her values are and the way that she loves to give back to community. I feel like that's a really big way to give back to the community and supporting local businesses.
And
like
it was
that.
a smaller photographer too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Like with like 3,000 followers.
Incredible.
I mean, this person probably is blowing up.
Yes. Yeah.
Imagine being like, who's your photographer? The same one as Taylor Swift.
Stop. People are going to do that.
I mean,
they have the ability. That's so cool.
It's
so
the flex. I love it for
The biggest flex.
Yeah. Also at his house in Kansas
backyard.
City, which I assume I just got vibes from the podcast that they lived together at some point in time.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I thought.
Yeah.
But the reality of this,
The reality is that we have a royal wedding that's coming up. Period. This is quite possibly the biggest wedding of our time. And we're going to be here for it, which is insane.
wow.
Oh, that's magical.
That is magical. I know that it won't happen, but I do need it to be televised.
Live streamed.
Yeah. Do you remember whenever Princess Diana died?
I remember.
I mean, we were very young. 98, I think, is what we ended up Googling the other day.
This seemed like that for my mom was like an event.
Oh, yeah. It was on every TV in our house.
She was buying every book. She was buying every magazine.
Yeah.
It was like we couldn't watch enough about it.
I wasn't allowed to touch my Princess Diana Beanie Baby, which I don't even have the right one. So what's it matter? It's fine. It's fine. But no, I need this to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Listen, girl, you've kept so much, but given us so much. I just feel like a little bit would be really nice. You don't have to laugh.
We're still waiting for a single, to be fair.
Well,
so, I mean, whatever you're willing to give, we're happy to take, I will say. But also feel free to protect your peace and Travis's peace and whatever you all need. We're just excited.
or
and
live it up. We're here for you.
Yes.
We're ready
Let
to
us
live it
celebrate
up.
with
Yeah,
you. We're happy
girl.
to. Look, we got our little cowgirl hats on, our little team bride. We're here. We're here
And
for
our
it.
blue crew in the middle of summer.
We're hot.
It's
We're
very
really warm.
It's warm in here. Yeah.
Yes.
So thinking about what that looks like from like, is Taylor going to do traditional things? I don't know the answer. I don't think anyone
I
does.
suspect yes.
I'm hopeful for a bachelorette party. I love seeing like her birthday party pictures that come out. But Selena just had her bachelorette party and Taylor wasn't there.
No. It was a smaller group. Selena did post Bestie is getting married.
Which we do love.
Which we love.
Yeah. It had to have been like scheduling issues because I know Travis, the Chiefs are playing in a different country next weekend. And so I wonder if they're like over there celebrating their, I don't know.
And like maybe like since they just got engaged, like she wants to enjoy this fresh time with Trav.
Yeah.
And
which
like,
I love for them.
Who knows? But I loved the post from Selena. Yeah, I think they're all good. I think if Taylor has a bachelorette party, I think Selena will be there.
I think if we had recorded this last week, like everybody wanted us to, we'd both be in tears.
Yeah. It was too fresh.
It was so fresh.
Too fresh.
And then you made a note about Ed.
Ed Kelce. I'm calling him an American hero because that man, anybody who wants an interview, he's giving it. He's spilling tea. He did an interview with like an Australian magazine. He's like, sure, you want to know details? I'll give you details.
Yeah, I'm here to give you the
Tree
tea.
Payne's nightmare.
Yeah, poor Tree.
But I love it, Ed. If you want to come on the pod,
let us know.
You're welcome. We'd love to have you.
ball2lpodcast@gmail.com. Come on in.
Slide in our DMs, Ed. We're here for it. And I feel like if Taylor and Travis really had a problem with it, it would have been stopped.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's still happening. So I think they're just letting Ed live his best life. And he's obviously so excited and so happy about it. And I think that's so precious.
I love that for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Kelces, can we just talk about Kylie for just 1 second?
Sure.
This girl met a random man who just happened to be the other Kelce. Like, just imagine something going so well in your life that your sister-in-law is now Taylor Swift. I can't, that could not be me.
No.
Kudos to her. And I love just how chill she is.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, the girls are playing with Taylor. I'm like, okay, all right.
Taylor's just making them baked goods. No big deal.
Yeah. Pop-Tarts apparently or something along those lines. Whatever.
Yep.
So I'm just curious. Do you think that they're going to announce a date or they're going to give us anything else? Or are there Easter eggs hidden in a song?
If you would have asked me a minute ago, I would have said, no, I don't think we're going to get. But I also didn't think we were even going to know that they were engaged. And so at this point, I'm really hopeful that we'll like, maybe not a date, because I think then they're running the risk of like paparazzi or people finding things out.
Right.
But I think we're going to get more than we would have expected a few years ago.
Yeah. And I love that for us.
Yeah.
And we love this for you, Taylor.
Any idea of when you think it would be? Like, what kind of bride do you see her as?
I see her as a fall bride.
I was going to say like spring.
Oh. No, I was thinking like October, November, kind of like fall going into winter.
I could see that.
I just see it very cabin-esque and just something very, but then again, Trav's batch party is going to be lit.
Yeah. Who knows what that's going to be?
I would love to stumble upon that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think? You're thinking spring?
I'm thinking spring.
Okay.
I just see like very romantic, very, I mean, similar to like the Lover Garden. I see like maybe some pastels, really fresh feeling. Her, of course, just looking like elegant. I don't see her in a big ball gown. I see her in something so elegant. Wait, maybe, is it still too fresh? Are we able to even talk about this?
Yeah.
I'm just excited. So excited.
Too. We're happy for you, Taylor.
So happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny, you better get those miles ready, girl.
You need to get here.
You're going to be
for
here.
when it happens.
Physically.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'll write your boss a note. It's fine.
I can write you a medical excuse. Maybe I can't. Incredible. I shouldn't say that.
Incredible, actually. All right, Taylor Talk. We're starting off strong. Here is to Taylor and Travis.
So excited for you all.
We love you. We're so happy for you. And here's to a lifelong filled happiness era ahead.
Cheers.
Cheers. Not just
There's
drinking at 4
literally
p.m.
confetti in my. Okay. There's confetti in my drink. It's fine. It's all good. Okay. Next segment. Let's change it up. What's been happening this week in pickleball?
Let's talk about this week in pickleball.
Let's talk about it.
So the PPA is back. We're off of MLP. We are on to the PPA, which I'm really excited about. I love the PPA. I think the PPA is how I got started in professional pickleball and watching it. Not me physically in the sport.
How you got started.
How I got started. But just like me watching it on TV. But they were in Vegas at the Walgreens Open.
Yep.
We've talked about Vegas the last 4 podcasts. But there were a couple of things that we noticed. Annalie Waters and Ben Johns did not play singles.
No, they did not.
We know in the past that Annalie has said that she doesn't love playing on rollout courts.
Right.
Which these were rollout courts.
They were
at the convention center. They were indoors, which thank God, that heat in Vegas, I couldn't even imagine.
No.
So maybe that's it. But then she gave an interview, a post-game interview, and she was like, I got to go to Bruno Mars since I wasn't playing singles. And I was like, did you not play singles because you wanted
Just
to go to Bruno Mars?
Interesting.
So that was an interesting comment to make.
I mean, I will say as a viewer, I didn't love the courts because one, I felt like I was watching an old black and white movie.
I hated it.
And then anytime they showed the close-up shot of a ball to see if it was in or out, I always had to think to myself which side is in and out because it was like black or dark gray, and I didn't know on which side of the line was in or out. It confused me every time.
Yeah, it was like that weird, is it blue or is it gold dress?
Exactly.
That dress was?
Yes.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Annalie and Ben Johns did not play singles.
Speaking of Annalie, this was the first loss for ALW and for Anna Bright. That was a tough watch.
You know, it was a tough watch. There were some really great moments in that game. I think that we'll obviously dig deeper into what that looks like, but I think it was incredible to watch while they were on the court, but also a little disheartening to watch whenever they were off the court.
Yeah.
I know we talked about in the MLP finals that Annalie had some moments where sportsmanship was not our best friend.
Right.
And listen, you're talking to a girl who loves an expensive handbag. You'll see me in 10-year-old shorts, a ratty ass t-shirt, and a $5,000 bag. That's just who I am as a person.
Sure.
It's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So I love that Chanel bag that she has on the floor, which is wild. But put it on the floor. You got Chanel on the floor money. That's fine. But just the way that after they lost, her mom was so sweet and so kind, covered head to toe in Gucci.
Yeah.
And came over to talk to her, and she literally threw her paddle at her mom. Was like, I don't want this. Took it, grabbed her bag, and
slung
ran
that
off
bag
the court
and left.
And I just felt like that was a really bad taste.
She is young, and I think I can't imagine the amount of pressure that she's under.
Yeah, she talks about it all the time.
But I do think there should be a little bit of kind of being conscious of we're in public, we're being televised, there are young people watching, and I'm the greatest female pickleball player, and eyes are on me, and I think that should count for something, and just holding ourselves to a higher standard.
Yeah. I mean, she talks about how, the pressure is a privilege, right? She says that a lot. She's had a ton of PR training, or she's just very elegant whenever she speaks. Sure. I don't know. I think it's a lot of PR training. But if we have that kind of PR training, then we know that we behave as we walk off the court. Now, once behind the closed doors, by all means, do what you got to do, girl. I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine that. But I do think that there's something to be said whenever she gave another interview and she was like, oh, I just haven't been on SportsCenter yet. If that's in your brain while you're playing pickleball, then it needs to be in your brain.
Get a shot to be on SportsCenter.
Right. Just, be cool, calm, collected. Thank your mother for giving, you her hand. And don't throw your paddle out.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great.
Not great.
But I was really happy. I mean, we can't win all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Anna Bratt did a really great job.
I agree.
But I think also mixed doubles.
Yeah. Yeah. Mixed doubles, we had Tyra Black and Hayden Patriquin versus ALW and Ben Johns. One thing that I kept noticing was Patriquin's footwork. The way that he just like moved around the court was insane to me.
I felt like I was watching a really high level Prakash.
Yeah.
Just all over the place.
Yes.
It was wild.
It was wild.
But ALW and Ben Johns won.
They did. Yep.
Which is good for them.
And they won on an ATP, which
I thought of you.
I was so excited about that.
I thought of you.
I love that. They didn't scream ATP, which is still confusing to me, why we're not yelling it at every opportunity.
Yeah.
But winning on an ATP is satisfying enough. And one thing, not only in this matchup, but one thing I noticed several times throughout the weekend was that a lot of folks were putting a lot of pressure on Tyra Black. A lot of the kind of mid-court transition zone shots were all going to her. The baseline shots, a lot of them were going to her. And then once they got up to the kitchen line, then it evened out a little bit more. But even the commentators kept saying, like, they're really putting a lot of heavy pressure on her. And I thought she did a really amazing job in all of her games, kind of staying with it.
Yeah, she handled the pressure really well. I think that's one thing we noticed in the MLP as well, because she's on the Dallas Flash, and her and Jorja play together in that. Even in the MLP, she handles the pressure really, really well. She's very cool, calm, collected, which baffles me. I've never been that calm in my life, even asleep.
No.
So yeah, I think she did a really great job in that. Staying with the women's theme, we went on to women's singles, which Kate Fahey and Caitlin Christian played. Caitlin ended up winning that one. Really good games. I have a hard time watching singles.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally. I get tired watching them.
When I was watching kind of snippets of this matchup, every time I looked, it seemed like Kate Fahey was in the lead by like quite a bit, like a decent amount. And then Caitlin Christian just kept coming from behind and taking it. It was really impressive.
Yeah. A lot of stamina from both of them. Like they both were just such like consistently competitive and in it like players. I mean, from what I watched, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then men's singles, we had JLG, John Goins against Hunter Johnson. JLG is 17.
A literal baby.
A child. What is he doing in Vegas?
17. Should he not be in school? I don't know what's going on.
I mean, it was the weekend.
Fair. But this started on Wednesday last week.
Yeah. No, it was a lot. But this was also his second consecutive men's title.
So impressive.
Yeah. And I feel like his post-interview.
I loved his post-interview. He seems so genuine and down to earth and humble about his wins. Half of his interview, he was talking about how great his opponent was and how it made him change up how he was playing and being maybe a little more aggressive with certain shots. And I just thought it was really admirable that he took that time to praise his opponent. And he always just seems so chill, genuine in his interviews. I love that about him.
I do too.
And being so young, it's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, either PR training or he's just a super chill dude. Who knows? And Hunter Johnson was ranked second. So kudos to you, JLG, for getting in there and winning that one.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Moving on, we had women's doubles. Girl. That was the wildest of the whole weekend, if you ask me. We had Jorja Johnson and Tyra Black versus Catherine Parento and Paris Todd. My goodness. Wild.
Okay, the fits were fitting.
The second it came on my screen, because I watched it later, I was like, okay, we're all wearing pink, different variations of pink.
Loved
and
it.
The dresses on Jorja Johnson and Tyra Black, I was like, immediately, how do I order this? I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved.
No, obsessed.
The bright, hot pink. So cool.
Yeah.
They look so amazing out there. Just badass. I love women's pickleball.
I do too. We both, as we were talking about it this weekend, I was like, so what do you think about the men's match? And we were both like,
not a lot.
Oh, we need to watch that.
I didn't watch a lot.
I didn't watch a lot of that. Yeah, no, loved it. Again, Tyra killed it. She was so cool, calm, collected. I think that she really supported Jorja. I know that you made a comment in our just like internal notes about like Jorja hitting herself.
Yes, Jorja hit herself. And then in the matchup with Paris and Catherine, there was like some confusion. Tyra was walking off the court and Jorja was walking back and like swung her paddle and like hit Tyra.
Yeah.
She seemed fine. They were like cool, but Jorja looked freaked out.
Yeah.
It like zoomed in on her and she looked terrified that she had just injured her partner.
But, you know, I think the way that Tyra and Jorja really supported each other, I saw between Catherine and Paris as well.
Yes.
That was a girls' court.
Mm-hmm.
There were some really crazy shots, and I feel like it was well celebrated on both sides.
Yes, agreed.
And I loved the love from the crowd. I felt like the crowd was so in this. There were a couple of times I was like, is the crowd in the room? Like, what are we doing?
Right. Yeah.
But I really, really loved it.
They had their cowbells.
Because
they had their signs.
So cute.
Yes.
No, I loved it. I loved it so much. And then this was their first title, Jorja and Tyra's, from a PPA perspective.
Yeah.
Since North Carolina. And that was back in like April.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. They play on the Flash together. We love to see them carry that over into the PPA. I couldn't imagine the way that people like change up their partners.
Right.
So that's going to be really, really difficult.
Hint, don't change up your partner.
Hint, hint. You can never play with anyone else but me.
Leave me.
Period.
Yeah. No, I agree. I love them as a matchup, personality-wise, energy-wise. I feel like Jorja's a little bit, like, in the interviews, she's a little more, like, bubbly and outgoing and all the things. And Tyra's just, like, so cool about it.
Yeah.
So cool. I
Very
love them
chill.
together.
I love it. And then we have men's doubles. Ben Johns and Gabriel Tardio.
Uh-huh.
Versus Christian Alshon and Andre Diescu.
Yes.
Super close games.
Very close.
Yeah. It was like
very intense.
12-10, 12-10. It was a lot. What I will say is that while I don't love watching men's pickleball, I do love how Andre is just so kind on the court. There were some shots where he would be like,
yeah.
And I just really appreciate that because like there were so many times this weekend where somebody would like body bag somebody and to just like turn around and walk off. First of all, as I'm hitting the ball and I realize it's about to hit you, I'm already apologizing.
Right.
And he would like put his hand up and be like, sorry. Just like nonstop.
I know.
Whereas like it happened on the other end and they would just like walk off. And I'm like, hello.
Or you get like a hand up as they're like walking away but not even looking at you.
They're like, no, I have to put my hand up.
He genuinely wants you to know that he's sorry and it wasn't intentional.
Right. But even like there was a couple of balls that went out. And even though we could all see that it was out to the gods.
Yeah.
He would be like, it was out. It was out, just so everyone knows.
Just so everyone's clear.
I just really enjoy his sportsmanship.
His demeanor is great.
I feel like he was like ready to go play soccer after. Yeah, he had that like soccer shirt or whatever. I was like, do you have a different game after this? Yeah. I was sad that he lost because I really do enjoy him.
I do. Yeah, I do too.
I don't say that about a lot of men in my life, but I do enjoy watching him.
It's
so
true.
Yeah, that's the PPA from Vegas.
That's the PPA.
Yeah. So our main topic today, staying with pickleball, is breaking down the different types of play that you can do as a pickleball person.
Yeah. It can seem probably a little overwhelming to brand new pickleball players of like, where do I start? What do the different types of play even mean? And we're mostly going to be talking about types of social play. So we're not going to be talking like singles versus doubles, all of that kind of stuff, or like different scoring stuff that's out there. But we're going to talk about kind of the different variations of play, things you can sign up for, things you can organize to just play more socially.
Yeah.
So the first one we're going to talk about is the one that we really started with for the most part, and that's open play.
Yes.
So open play is going to be more of a drop-in game where you kind of play with whoever's available, or if you sign up for an open play event, kind of whoever else signed up. So a lot of people that you don't necessarily know, and then you rotate partners and opponents kind of consistently. And a lot of times it is with mixed genders as well.
Yeah. This is what we did whenever we first started playing.
Yeah. It was a lot of this.
It's really good. I think some of the pros that we can go into is that it really challenges you to play with different people and different styles. I think sometimes if you're doing a lot of curated play, you get kind of just in a bubble. So that is a good thing, right?
For sure.
And the social aspect, we've met so many incredible people.
The amount of group chats we're in just because of starting pickleball is wild. It's
wild.
Most of my group chats at this point.
I mean, considering we both work from home. I mean, I know you're back in the office now.
But when we started, Yeah.
we were both working from home. And I was like, what do you mean I now know 26 people
Yeah.
that have a little pickle next to their name in my phone?
Everyone's last name was Pickle
Yeah,
for
a very
probably the
long
first
time.
year. A lot of them still are. And so with that whole social aspect of it, it's really great if you're new to pickleball or don't have friends who already play or people to already play with. You can't set up your own match with 3 other people. It's a really great way to meet people, exchange numbers, find kind of your pickleball family and your pickleball crew.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good things about it. But I will say, at this point, at least in our pickleball careers, there tend to be more cons to open play for what we're wanting to get out of it.
Right. And I think really the first thing to just say is that sometimes it can be a complete shit show.
And by sometimes, almost all the time.
For us at least.
For us.
It's, people don't always want to follow the rules. Like here at Third Shot in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, we do a thing where you paddle stack and then you go on the court. You just pair up
With whoever's next in line with you. You're not saying,
Right.
oh, my bestie over there wants to play with me.
No.
If their paddle's not next to yours, they're not the next one up.
Period. And then whoever wins, those people stay on the court. The other 2 leave, and then the winners split
up.
That way you can't.
Very
just,
important.
It's so important.
Otherwise, you get into situations, which we've seen a lot, where certain people just stay on the court and they're on that court for all 2 hours of the open play and they
that's not
refuse
fair.
to switch off.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely a con, which we've encountered.
Yeah.
One piece as well is there's a lot of inconsistent competition. So
Yeah.
either you're playing with people who are way better than you and they're just kind of stuck on the courts and you're rotating through constantly, or you're playing with folks who don't have quite the skill level you do. And we, because we are kind people, will find that we're pulling back or not playing to the best of our ability because we feel bad or we're intentionally serving out. So they get a chance to serve, which is not something that we're looking to build our skills and improve. And in a setting like that where you're intentionally playing down or worsening your skills so you're not demolishing your competition, it's not very helpful.
And it's not fun. Like
It's
you don't
not
want
very
to get
fun.
smashed.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I can remember our first few open plays. There were some people that like did not hold back.
No.
And it was really defeating. And honestly, like I was like, oh, I just wasted their time.
Right.
So I feel like we really read the court well of like, oh, let me not drive this ball. Let me drop this. Let me, accidentally hit out. Like that's not fair to us either. But also I want everyone to have a good time.
Right.
Which brings me to, it's not great for working on like a very specific skill. Like if you're working on like a new serve or you really want to work on your drop or whatever the case is.
Dinking, not going to happen.
No.
There will be no dinking.
If you don't want to hit it hard, you can go home.
Yep.
And that's just the reality of open play where we play. So I think that's really difficult for us.
For sure. One other piece that I've encountered personally is that you've heard this from us, but in general, playing with men, that's a no for me.
I'm good.
If I can avoid it,
I'm good.
I'm okay.
I don't
And
need
lots
that.
of people enjoy it, and we've met lots of men playing pickleball that we consider friends at this point. However, it's not my favorite.
It's a different game.
I've been hit in the face before playing with a man,
Oh, I remember that.
bleeding all over the court. Wasn't great.
No.
Could it have happened with a woman? Sure. But much less likely and has not happened to me.
No.
So that's another, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we're
good with that.
I think we're good with that. The next type of play is curated group, which is what I love to do.
Yes.
It's where you basically self-organize your group. You rotate partners and opponents with this like a smaller group. Typically, like we will do on Monday nights. We do a curated group play. Typically try to get 6 people. That way you've got 4 on the court, 2 sitting. Whoever loses comes off, split, come back in. Gives you a little bit of a break because playing for 2 hours consistently is really exhausting. And I love our curated play.
Yeah. I would almost say that curated play is a version of an open play, depending on how many people you have, because you are constantly switching partners. You're playing with different groups.
Yeah.
So it is like kind of a better version of open play, in my opinion, because you get to kind of choose who you're playing with and what their skill level is to some degree.
And you can figure out what you enjoy playing with, right?
Yes.
Like if I know that we're going into, league or whatever, I want to play against Sierra because she does hit hard.
Right.
I want to play against Prakash because he is all over the court and I need to make sure that I'm hitting the right kind of shots.
For sure.
But also there are days where you're like, I just want to play with a group of girls. And that's just really fun sometimes. That's our Friday nights.
Right.
So it's, you really get to be able to break that down. And there's really less sitting around depending on the size of group that you get.
Compared to like an open play where, they may have a handful of courts, but like 20 plus people signed up. And part of that is on the kind of pickleball facility that you go to, how many folks they allow to sign up would dictate how many people are sitting out at any given time. Mm-hmm. There have been times where we've been sitting for a while waiting for a court during open play. So with the curated group, because you can decide how many people you're inviting, you can be more consistent with how much you're going to be sitting out.
Yeah. I think some of the cons is that getting a big enough group that can consistently play.
Yes.
Right? Like it's very exhausting to have to like find the people, schedule the time, get everyone together, make sure everyone pays. Like that's a lot. I think it's worth it, but it is a con. And I can see it being a reason people don't do it.
The other piece with this is just like with open play, there's really no coaching unless one of the people in your curated group is a coach. You might get a little bit, but typically no, you're not going to get any coaching. And it can get slightly repetitive if you're only playing with, if you have a group of 4 and you're only playing with those 4 people, it could get a little repetitive at that point. And you may want to invite some new people or switch some people out to get a little more variation and practice playing with different styles.
Yep. It's still my favorite type though.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. Next kind of type that we're going to talk about is going to be my favorite, which is a drill and play situation. This is something that Third Shot, our pickleball gym, they have regularly scheduled. It's a 2-hour class that you would sign up for. It is coach-led, so there is at least one coach there the whole time, kind of guiding everybody. You do drills for 1 hour, which are very specific skills and focuses that the coach has predetermined. And then there is 1 hour of play after where you are encouraged to work on those specific skills. And it is intended to be with players of a similar skill level as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really helpful. And I love drill and play. Like I think curated play is top for me. And then next is very much drill and play. I really enjoy it. If I'm going to take a class, it's going to be a drill and play.
For sure.
And I think because for me, I'm the kind of person where if I'm going to practice something, I want to put it into play. So we spend the first hour really working on drops and working on all these things, really slowing
ready
the
position
game down.
every class.
Yes, Jeff. Ready position.
Ready position.
But it really helps me put it into practice. And I love that about drill and play. I also really appreciate the direct coaching, even though I may not seem like I enjoy it, Ashley.
We do.
I do.
We do.
Just not at 9 a.m. It's too early.
That's too early for direct feedback.
We'll get off that one. But I do enjoy that because there are times where like I'll be in a class with like 8 other people and there's too much happening. And I'm like, am I doing this right?
Right.
And Ashley and Jeff usually like split us up. And so they're like, hey, do this. Hey, do that. So I really enjoy that.
Yeah. And then one thing that I appreciate about it as well is that mistakes are not supposed to be punished.
Right.
So if we're working on drops, which, terrible at drops. I feel like I always need to work on them.
You had some really good drops yesterday.
Okay, but some really good ones doesn't save us from getting slammed real hard when I have a lot of bad ones as well. That is one area that I want to work on. But mistakes are not supposed to be punished. So if someone across from you is at the kitchen line, they're feeding you balls, you're trying to drop, they are not supposed to be slamming the shit out of that ball at you.
Period.
And hitting you with it if you have a bad drop. It is intended to be a safe space, I would say, for making mistakes. Now, going into the cons is that even though it's supposed to be cooperative, depending on who signs up for the class, I would say that cooperative is interpreted differently for different people.
Levels of cooperation.
For sure.
I think that it's really difficult. And, there's no perfect scenario, right? Like there's never going to be, unless you curate it, there's no perfect world.
Right.
But it is really difficult whenever you're trying to drill and the person that you're drilling with just can't do it.
Right.
They like slow the ball down. What does that mean? Slam. And, I'm like,
we've learned, because when we first started, one of my favorite phrases was, I don't know how to be cooperative. And I've come to learn it just means I wasn't good enough to know how to do it.
Yeah.
It definitely is a skill, learning how to control how hard you're hitting things.
Period.
But there's always at least one in each class who doesn't fully know how to be cooperative, which can be challenging if you're paired with them and then feel like you don't get the full drill experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it is frustrating. I think that Third Shot does a really good job. Ashley and Jeff do a really good job of like making sure that we each get at least like 2 rounds or more of a drill. Usually there's like 4 rounds of the drill, depending on if like what you're doing. So I do enjoy that. Typically I'd be like, okay, I can get away from this person. I can do this drill now. Or like I try to like strategically place myself where you and I can at least drill.
Where we're going to rotate to?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, where can I be with Chelsea? Oh, right here. Perfect.
Right there.
But sometimes I think whenever you get into the drill or to the play part of it, we don't keep score, which is hard to remember who's supposed to be serving.
Right.
It's just I'm server 1, server 2, and you serve. You only play 7-minute games. And I think sometimes that can be really, really frustrating.
Yes.
For some people, I personally love it.
I don't mind it.
I question Ashley's 7 minutes sometimes because I'm like, this game has been going on 20 years.
All of a sudden, she went to go get a little snacky, and I'm like, we've been playing for way too long.
Yeah, and it's always whenever I'm on the court I don't want to be on.
Or when we're paired together, those are 3-minute games. You're not fooling anybody, Ashley.
No,
those
we
are
know what
not
you're doing.
7 minutes. We're on to you. We're watching.
But yeah, I feel like that's really just like the only cons I have.
Yeah.
And then what we did yesterday, which was a private lesson. So private lessons can be booked depending on what kind of club you're at. Third Shot, you can go on to Court Reserve and you can look at all the different coaches that are here, all different skill level, all different ranges of like pay. So if something's out of your price range, there's all different levels for you. But we did a class or a private lesson yesterday with Ashley and Vicky, which was really, really fun. And that's really where you get to work on very specific skills. Like if our drops, right? Like we can literally, I've booked Ashley before for like an hour and just been like, drill balls at me.
Yeah.
Because I'm so afraid of being hit and I'm afraid of balls coming at me in that capacity.
Right. Yeah.
So that's something that you can do here at least.
Yeah.
I think one of the pros is that you get to choose what you want to focus on.
Right. I decided to go a little crazy last week and I booked a 2-hour lesson with Jeff to work on 2-handed backhands. Who is she?
Hefe.
Literally, who is she?
And with Jeff of all
with Jeff. I don't know what happened or why. It felt right. It went well. But definitely you get to come in saying, this is what I want to work on. It's not, I signed up for this class. What are the skills today?
Right.
So that is nice, especially if you are wanting direct feedback. You can do a one-on-one with a coach, or like we did yesterday, 3 students, 1 coach. And that will change the price too if you want to invite more people to it.
Yeah. And I think that a pro is also just the direct feedback. That can be a con too, right?
For sure.
I think it just depends.
Listen, I'm sensitive. I take things personally. If I have a bad drop and it's called out, okay, well, I'm thinking about that for the next week and a half about how I failed as a person.
Yeah.
So
no, 100%.
it can be rough.
But what I really enjoy about it is being able to go at your own pace. Like I was working with Ashley. I'm really trying to work on my follow through, whether I'm at the baseline or I'm at the kitchen. I do a lot of like pop and then just things go into the next field. I don't know. But I was able to be like, no, slow this down for me. And I just want to do this for 30 minutes. That's really nice.
Yeah.
But there are some cons of it too, which is the direct feedback, right?
Yeah.
I think there are times I'm really hard on myself. I really internalize a lot of things. I'm not going to look at you while I say this. I don't like to let people down. And there are times where like whenever I drove with Ashley on following through, like I wasn't doing a great job. And I was like, I'm letting her down. And I hate that. That's my own personal problem. So it's one of those things. And you have no one else to vibe with. Like sometimes if I'm fucking up, I can look at you and be like, girl, what happened?
What happened? I don't want to look at Ashley.
No, that's the last
and be like,
person.
girl, what happened?
Oh.
I'm not going to get what I need from you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just going to get a face or a hello. That's all we're going to get.
What was your intended outcome?
Okay. If I hear what was your intended outcome one more time, I don't know. That's the answer, Ashley.
I forgot.
Literally lizard brain.
Lizard.
When I'm playing
Physically,
pickleball,
yeah.
I'm not thinking about where my shot's going most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about how hard I'm gripping my paddle.
No. Baby bird?
Literally no baby bird.
Never heard that in my life.
I've heard it, but then she started adding more to the story, and that's stressing me out.
No.
But there's no one else to vibe with. So make sure if you're booking a private lesson, you also have therapy that week. You're ready for whatever you need to be ready for. And come prepared to work on skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I think would be helpful really quickly to run through is kind of what our typical weeks look like in terms of what type of play we're doing and how we're playing, just for folks who don't play often.
Yeah. So for me, on Mondays, we have curated play. I then play Wednesday evening league with Chelsea. Thursday, right now, they're doing a drill and play, 1 hour drill, 1 hour play. So I've been signing up for that. Friday, we do curated play with a coach. And I play an occasional Sunday, not 9 a.m. But I try really hard to rest on the weekends, at least from a pickleball perspective.
Yeah.
What about you?
Very similar schedule. So Monday, curated play with our group of folks that we've been playing with for a while. Wednesday morning, I have admin. And so I'm able to do a drill and play from 7 to 9 a.m., which I like to call 7:10 to 9 because I'm usually not here at 7. And sometimes Ashley isn't either. So let's be fair.
Clock that.
Wednesday evenings, we have league, which is women's doubles league. Thursday evening, I don't always do the drill and play. Sometimes I have book club or other things going on, but I like that format. And then Friday, curated play with the coach. And then weekends, same. I try to keep my weekends free. We're both busy gals.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on. We're doing stuff. We're out and about.
Yeah.
And so not a lot of pickle on the weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of being busy,
Yeah.
we have a lot of upcoming things as
A
well.
lot. Okay,
Yeah.
segue. Hello. Look
you
at
set us
her.
up.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
So we're in September. I don't know how.
It just happened.
August slipped away.
Wow.
In a moment of time. That's
Wow.
okay. So we have the Mile High Gold Cup at Apex in Arvada, September 13th and 14th.
We have the Colorado Championship Pickleball Open at Apex in Arvada, Colorado. That's September 20th.
We have the Mile High Classic in Louisville, Colorado, October 3rd through the 5th.
The Winter Classic 2 at Third Shot in Wheatridge, Colorado. We've talked about this one. We have a discount code. It's going to be December 6th and 7th. Discount code, look below. It is Ball2Well10. So plug that in and you will get a discount on registering.
And then most importantly,
Hello, mother.
we have TS12.
We have TS12.
Drops October 3rd, which is going to be 31 days from the drop of this podcast.
31 days.
That's Halloween, baby.
Okay. I'm not ready. I'm going to tell you now, my body's not ready.
I'm ready.
I need to get in
ready.
shape for this.
I'm ready. Which also, our poll last week.
Yeah, let's talk about the poll.
If you looked at our poll on Spotify, our question was, are you ready for the life of a showgirl? And the results are in. No surprise, 100% of you are ready.
Woo, 100%.
Our audience is clocked in. They know what it's about. So yeah, we are ready. We've been ready.
We're ready. And that's a wrap on this episode of Ball2Well podcast. Whether you're Team Dink or just here for the Taylor Talk, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Special shout out to Third Shot Pickleball in Wheat Ridge, Colorado for letting us record here. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Ball2Well Podcast for episode updates, behind the scene laughs, and maybe a few questionable trick shots.
Leave us a review, share this episode with your pickle bestie, and remember, every shot is in if nobody calls it out.
Love you. Bye.